If I love a film, I'm like, I need to own something from that film. I collect a lot of like NECA action figures, Legos, alternative screen printed movie posters from companies like Mondo, Bottleneck, Blu-rays, records, camera equipment, recording equipment. If I feel like I love something a lot, then I feel like I need to own something from that movie. Whether it be the actual physical copy, the Blu-ray or DVD or VHS, or action figure or a poster, I feel like if I can't get enough of it, I don't know. I want to own something tangible that goes along with that film. Hi, my name is Francis Galluppi, and I am a filmmaker and collector. I probably started collecting like the stuff that I have now 8-10 years ago. I mean, I've always collected stuff. Even when I was a kid, I had like a stamp collection, I had a coin collection. I collected random shit, and now, but like as far as like the horror figures and like Blu-ray collection, all that stuff was probably like maybe about 10 years ago. The action figures I get from NECA Lady, Best in Collectibles at Frankenstein. The other stuff, it's usually I'm like hunting it down on eBay or Mondo on their drops. There's this website called Espresso Beans. That's where you can find like posters and art, or if it's Legos, I usually just get them from the Lego store. I feel like I'm just like a completist with everything, so if I start one thing, I just have to keep going. And then there's been some stuff where like I'll start collecting and then I realize like, shit, this is gonna be a rabbit hole. I need to stop now and sell my shit before it gets any deeper. Yeah, it's not good. So this room is where I mainly house everything, at least most of my toys. I have like a portfolio with posters that I can't fit. I ran out of wall space, which for the longest time, every piece of art I bought, I would put it on my walls, I frame it, plexiglass, UV, non-glare plexi, and like I wanted to display everything, and now I'm out of room, so I just keep everything in a portfolio. One of my favorite pieces I own, and maybe just because it's sitting right in front of me, but is my my Alfred Hitchcock 1/6 scale figure. I'm just like a huge fan of Hitchcock, so that's definitely one of my favorite pieces. One of the first pieces I got though that like kind of started this whole thing was the Hot Toys, Mars Attacks Martians. So probably those would be up there. And then Back to the Future, I love Back to the Future, so all the Hot Toys Back to the Future stuff, like the DeLorean, Doc, Marty, I love it all. But those are probably my favorites. So actually the first thing that got me into Back to the Future was like trying to do cosplay of Marty. I was just like trying to track down the exact vest he wore and the exact jacket and the pants, and I got about half of the stuff, but the other stuff is just like impossible to find. Then I started getting into like props and the replicas from the films. I don't own any like originals props, but it's all replicas, but it's still cool, still love it. The ultimate grail, which I think if I am somewhat successful and I have money to spend in the future, I think it would go to like straight like screen used props for movies. I think that'd be the dream. I went to a Leica museum, and they had like all like the Paranorman puppets and Coraline, and oh man, I would love to have like an actual Paranorman puppet. I think when people come in here, their main question is like, how much is this shit worth? And if I tell them, like I have this piece, this guy right here was like one of the first pieces I got, and it goes for a lot of money. And so I'll tell people like, yeah, I paid $150 for that, but it's worth this much now. And they're just like, what the fuck are you doing? Sell it. Put that towards a down payment on a house or your next film or whatever. And yeah, I just don't think I'll ever get rid of it. Because again, I'm a completist. So if I get rid of that, then I would probably be tempted just to sell the whole collection. I would be like, it's not complete. It's, it's pointless. My friend Scott, we would have to make like school projects. So we would do films and like just really stupid films that we shot on our camcorder. We had no editing software, so it was all like edited in camera. After high school, I bought a camera. We started making films again. Just like really simple stuff like in my house with like no crew or anything. And from there, it's kind of graduated.
You are a burnt offering, a food offering, an aroma pleasing the Lord. Aaron's sons shall arrange the pieces, including the head and the fat, on the wood that is burning on the altar.
We shot a film called High Desert Hell a couple of years ago. It just won the Wes Craven Award at the Catalina Film Festival last week. And we shot another film in April called The Gemini Project. We shot that in Oregon. That's just about done. So I'm working on a feature film that we're going to be shooting next year with my friends Justin Mabry and James at Local Boogeyman. We're probably going to shoot that about maybe July next year. So yeah, just prepping for that. I think I'll always collect. I mean, I think it's just part of me. I think I'll always be collecting something. And it might change from what I'm collecting now. I don't think I'll ever sell this stuff. I definitely want to focus on more important things. It's just, you know, I'm addicted, what can I say? But honestly, like, I've met some of my closest friends through collecting, so that there alone makes it all worth it. I had a friend from high school. We didn't really know each other too well, but like we were playing in similar bands, and I was buying like a NECA figure on eBay or something. And I noticed he was in Covina. I worked in Covina, so I just like messaged him. I was like, "Hey, would you? I noticed you're in Covina. If I met you in person, could you like knock $10 off or whatever?" And like right away, he was like, "Hey, by the way, this is Casey from American Lies." And I realized I went to school with him. We met up and like we've been super close friends. Yeah, and I don't think I ever would have hung out with Casey if it weren't for, you know, collecting NECA figures and tracking them down on eBay. So my friend Scott, who was on this channel, Magnificent World of Toys, I mean, he gets it. Like we pretty much, as far as like action figures, we have the same stuff. Like he's my collecting buddy. My wife is cool with it. She would definitely like me to save more money and not spend it on this stuff, but yeah, but my family thinks, they just think I'm fucking stupid, and that's okay.